All right, guys, so the last 2 weeks have been absolutely brutal for Coop's house. So I know we went and did the Danger Ranger. We got crashed out there, and we got back. And when we came back, we had a lot of catch up to do because customer cars have started packing up. And I had several paint jobs I had to do. It was supposed to be in the 20s here in Florida this week. And I just needed to get ahead of the ball, ahead of the game, so that I could get everything done before it got really cold and I wasn't able to paint. And on top of all that, whenever we got back, the washing machine quit in the house, and the night before it was going to start the coldest week that Florida has seen in a long time, the heater quit in the house. On my way to work, the next day, my truck broke down. So it's just been one thing right behind another. I've been absolutely struggling around here trying to keep it all together. But the good news is I may beat down, but I'm not defeated. And we made some progress the last couple of days. I'm feeling a lot better. The heater's fixed. We got a washing machine that'll be here tomorrow. So I am feeling a lot better. But I needed to update you guys on where we're at on a few things around the shop. So you guys know we have the 66 Mustang build here that we're building for a coworker of mine. I've got to get back on that thing, but I've been so slammed with everything else. This is such an in-depth build that it's just kind of one of those things that I've kind of had to push back to take care of some other things I had on the schedule so that I could get that stuff finished up to make time and everything else to work on this. So it sucks to be in that position because I'm working on everybody else's builds right now. And we've got a few things, obviously, that still need to be finished up on our square body. And I've got another personal build series that's going to be coming up very soon that I'm ready to get started on. But again, I'm on hold with all of this other stuff going on, including these customer cars. This is my buddy Waylon's Cummins that I painted about 3 years ago. And I just repainted a few days ago. The unfortunate thing about this truck is that I did it all over two-tone paint job about 3 years ago, but around that time, it was getting a little bit hard to get the clear coat that I was using at the time, and I had found another one here local that I wouldn't have a problem getting. It was around the same price point, and they assured me that it was better than the product I had been using. And around that time, I painted 2 trucks. Unfortunately, I have repainted both of them going back to my original clear coat that I like to use in the first place. So, expensive mistake. Definitely learned a lot. Stick with what you know, and I will be using what I'm familiar with in the future and moving forward. But this thing did turn out absolutely phenomenal. It's been here for a while, and he's been waiting for me, but I've just been so busy. I haven't really had time to get everything done like I needed to, but you guys can see right there, this thing laid out like absolute glass. I think he's going to be extremely happy with it. I'm happy with it, and if everything I painted laid out like this did, I'd be extremely happy. And it's even got me even considering respraying the square body because, well, just because. And here's a couple y'all haven't seen before because these both just got dropped off in the last couple of days, and they're both getting a lot of work. One of the other things that had me bogged down, this truck has been dropped off in pieces. So I painted these bumpers that are on it now. I painted those a few weeks ago, and then the customer dropped off the truck bed next. It was on a different frame, and I was basically just pushing that frame around and trying to move it and prep it and do body work and all that. So I got it painted and out of here, and I was going to show you guys that process. But I know a lot of you probably don't know this, but if I'm trying to film something, it usually takes me about twice as long as it would if I was just out here doing it because I have to think about camera angles and all of that stuff. So being on a time crunch, trying to beat the cold weather, which is here today. It's absolutely freezing right now. I think it's 32 degrees outside as I'm out here talking right now. But he brought the rest of the truck. This thing runs and drives. So that's good news for me because I don't have to worry about trying to tow it or push it or anything. I just jump in it, hit the key, pull it in the paint booth, and get it painted. But this thing is getting an all over sand and paint, and it's going to look really good. This thing sounds nasty. I may go through that process and let you guys watch me paint that because it just sounds absolutely insane. But over next to it, I can't remember, this is a 67 or a 68 Chevy C10 that somebody at some point did some custom paint on that the customer's really not happy with. So this joker is getting an all over spray. We're doing away with whatever you call this. And so basically the whole bottom of the truck is going to be an emerald green, and it's going to stop from the factory. If what I looked at was correct, the paint line usually follows like right here and then goes around. So he does want it two-tone, and it's going to be an emerald green, which is a phenomenal color. I think you guys are really going to like that on the bottom here. And we're going to be doing a silver. It's like a sterling silver type up top. So this thing is going to look absolutely nuts. And this is a very, very nice truck too. I'll show you guys the interior. It is absolutely solid. Thing runs and drives, sounds good. Very solid truck, no rust whatsoever. So this is going to be a fairly easy one, but I am going to show you guys the process on this because this is going to be a good one. And one thing I have not shown you guys is the damage to the Danger Ranger following the Danger Ranger 9000. When after the second restart, I got crashed on the first lap. It's kind of unfortunate because I'm 2 for 2 getting crashed out and sent home early in like the first lap for both Danger Rangers we've raced at, but little truck definitely sustained some damage. What you guys can see sort of right there, the bed is absolutely wrecked. One crazy thing is when we got hit, it actually snapped off the axle here, and I've gone to the junkyard since then. I've replaced that axle, got all of that figured out. I've put a door on it. I would uncover it and show you guys, but this is pretty bad. It bent the door frame, so the door will not line up. We're gonna have to find a frame machine and pull this back out or something. I did go ahead and cut the rocker panel off right there, so I'm gonna have to put a rocker in it because I couldn't straighten it out. So that's what I did. But this thing's absolutely hurt. But on the bright side, it does have an axle now, and I can just crank it, put it in gear, drive it around, and move it as I need to. We're gonna be getting on this. I found a 4.0 and a 5-speed that's gonna be getting swapped into it. So she was fast with a 3.0. She's gonna be real fast with a 4.0 and absolutely competitive on the next trip. So I also am the front man in a band, and we're playing this weekend. So we are pretty much on the road all weekend. So that really is tying up some of my shop time and all of that. But like I said, guys, between everything going on in my personal life, taking care of things in the house, you know, work, and all these customer cars that have come in, I have been just absolutely slammed. And I'll be honest with you, when it gets like this, I get a little bit overwhelmed. I start to lose a little bit of motivation, and I really just kind of start to struggle a little bit. But I am in pretty good shape now. I had a really, really productive week. This past week, I was able to get that truck bed painted. I got the red Cummins painted. So I've got a few things left to put on it, and then it'll pretty much, well, it will be ready to leave. So he'll be able to come and get that. That truck's going to be up for sale. I don't know details on that yet, but if anybody is interested in that thing, you can comment, and I'll try to get some information to you. Also, if you're seeing this video, today is Sunday. Our Art Captain Plasma Cutter giveaway ended last night. So today is Saturday. I've still got a few hours left in the giveaway as I'm filming this video. So I have no idea who the winner is yet, but I will pin that in the top comment under this video. So congratulations to whoever you are. And you'll be getting the plasma cutter from Art Captain in honor of our 10,000 subscribers. We have hit 11,400 since then. That's absolutely nuts. So we've gained like 1,400 subscribers in the last few weeks, which is nuts. We're seeing some serious growth on the channel, and I'm super stoked for this. You know, I know you guys probably don't realize it, but this takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. And, you know, like this video is not something that I typically post and not something I typically film. Usually, you know, we're filming the builds and things like that, which I assure you are coming back because, again, I do have several personal builds that I want to work on, but I've just got to get some of this customer stuff taken care of. And I fund a lot of my own builds by doing this. I work full-time, and so does my wife. But, you know, if we can do something for other people, get content out of that, and get paid for it, and use that to fund our other cars and other builds and things like that, that's just a smart way to do it. And then that way, we're not just spending everything that we make on making YouTube videos and building cars. But with that said, we do have a lot of things in the works and a lot of really cool content ideas, I think, coming up very soon. With the green truck that I showed you, I do plan on dropping a video on that next week, and it may be a 2-part video, but it's basically going to be, I want to show you guys how I prep and paint a car or a truck, because I know I learned how to do that because I couldn't afford to pay somebody else to do it. And so I know a lot of guys are in the same boat that I'm in. I still can't afford to pay somebody to do it, so I just do it myself, and that's usually the way that I learned how to do a lot of what I do here in the shop, is because I can't afford to pay the real guy to do it. So I just kind of have to figure it out. And that's kind of been the story of my life for like my whole life. So I definitely plan on putting out a video or two on that. I want to show you guys that entire process, the prep, what sandpaper grits we use, what tools I use, and all that good stuff. So that, I think, is going to be a really fun video. And again, I need to point out to you guys that if something goes wrong, if I'm painting a truck and something goes wrong and I have to redo it, none of that is staged. Everything that you see on this channel, the successes and the fails, are 100% real. I don't stage anything. I don't fake anything because I just feel like that crushes credibility. And I don't want you guys to feel like I'm faking anything just for views, because I hate watching videos that I feel like do that. I know creators personally who do that, and that's just not me. I want to be real with you guys. I want you guys to think I'm credible. I want you guys to see that when I fail and when I have to go back and redo something and get it right. So all of that's 100% real, but hopefully we don't have that problem with painting this other truck, because that's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So hopefully we don't have any issues with that. But again, several pieces of content coming up that I'm really excited about. CJ thinks he may know what is wrong with the Duramax, so we'll be fixing that sometime, I hope, over the next couple of days. And I'll be putting out another video for you guys. He thinks he knows what's wrong with my Cummins also. That's the truck that tore up on the way to work the other day. Brand new set of injectors. One of the injectors is stuck open. Hopefully it didn't hurt anything internal, but that's beside the point. I didn't mean to go off on that tangent, but Duramax will be coming back. We've got the green truck that we're getting ready to paint sometime in the next week or two. We have, if you notice, we have seen a lot of growth in the shop, and we kind of have some things that are a little less than ideal that we need to get figured out. I'm planning to launch sometime in March or April a shop makeover series. Those tend to perform really well on YouTube, and there are some things that are a little less than ideal about my shop, but some things that also work really well, but some things that I need to make some changes so that things work a little bit better here in the shop, make it a little more efficient. And we have some issues with like our DIY air compressor there. It's got some issues, but I know how to fix it. I do have the stuff to fix it. I just have to get some time to do it. We need to build the other one so we can link them together, and that way we have more air, because sometimes it does struggle a little bit. And I'm also going to be putting in a refrigerated air dryer, because we start having some issues with moisture in the airlines, and that's a real problem. So we need to get that figured out. So that's going to be a fun series. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff to the shop, making this place absolutely awesome, and just much better and much more efficient than it is right now. We're also going to be getting back to work, finishing up our square body. I know I've been saying that for a few weeks, but again, we've been super busy. There's a few things that I have to build that are no longer offered, as far as like the transmission controller that'll work with the Cummins swap. So I've got a few things that I've got to go to the drawing board and figure out, and all of that. So that's a whole thing in itself. We got that. We're hopefully going to be bringing back the Suburban. A few guys have asked about that. We've got the square body Suburban that we had put the 454 big block in, but I broke something on the block, and that's a real issue, because now we've got a massive oil leak. So I've got to find somebody that can fix that. I may explain that to you guys a little bit later on, but that's just story for another day. But we've got that coming back. We've got our square body. We've got the Duramax, and then we're going to be getting back to, obviously, once we get caught up, the Mustang build for a customer. But then after that, my most awaited build series. We're going to be building 2 cars at one time, and I'm really, really excited about that. That's a whole story there that I really want to tell you guys, but I need to save it for the build series. But all that said, I'm going to stop rambling now, because I have gone on. I know this is way, way outside the realm of our normal videos, and it's probably going to be an underperforming video. That's fine. I wanted to update you guys on where we're at, what we have going on. But I've got music to play tonight, so I've got a big afternoon ahead of me getting ready for all of that. But again, wanted to jump on here, update you guys, let YouTube know that I am still alive, I am still around, and I am still building cars. So we're still posting videos. But anyway, appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos. All of your support means the absolute world to me. I love you guys. I appreciate you all. And we'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.